Welcome to another And in the Game video for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. This time I'll be going over some of the initial options after you've installed it. I'm going to be configuring it to suit me, but hopefully you'll learn something from doing that too. Okay, you'll notice the music is playing, so let's click the mouse, wait for it to check for updates, and the first thing I'll do as soon as I get into the options menu is turn off the menu music. It's fine, pleasant music I suppose, but it's only going to make it more difficult to hear what I'm saying, and that's the purpose of these videos. Okay, here we go. Options, in general, sound, music, thanks, but no thanks. Apply and save that. Okay, let's go back to the welcome screen so we can do this properly. Now, first let's go to the options screen. And I'm going to have a look and see if it's kept my controls. It does look like it's done that. So I think they're saved in the cloud. And I had disabled the Steam cloud when I installed, so I believe they're stored in the Microsoft cloud, and I don't know how to disable that yet. So we won't be going over the controls right now, but let's have a look at assistance to start with. Piloting. Custom, right, at the top. So I want not middle ground, true to life, true to life. So then let's have a look at any of these I actually want to change. Takeoff auto rudder, that's fine. I've got pedals. Assisted yoke, no thank you. Assisted checklist, no. Assisted landing, certainly not. Assisted takeoff, no. Delegate ATC to AI, yes. I'm not exactly big into dealing with the air traffic control side of things. I don't mind, but it's something I've yet to learn a lot about, so I'll turn that on so I don't have to deal with that. Okay, aircraft systems, auto mixture off, unlimited fuel off, aircraft lights off, yeah. Gyro drift, auto calibration, I don't know exactly what that does, but I will have to learn about it, so I'll leave that off. I don't want it done automatically. Failure and damage, crash damage enabled, definitely. Stress damage, definitely. Engine stress damage, yes. And icing effect, yes. It's difficult, but I have to learn how to do that. Navigation aids, I do not want the route and waypoints on, nor the taxi ribbon. Landing path, smart cam mode, I'm going to leave that as manual. Markers for points of interest, cities and airports, I want off, and definitely fauna markers. Notifications, these pop up in front of me when I'm trying to fly, so no thank you, I don't want those on. I don't want the ATC panel to pop up by default. Message login, ATC menu, ATC voices, I turn that off, thank you. Checklist UI panel on, no thank you. VFR map UI panel open at start, no thank you. And navlog UI panel open at start, no thank you. Okay, so that's all the assistance options done. Back to the main options menu, and we'll have a look at general now. So since we've already been to sound, let's go there, and that should be the device you want to hear ATC through, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. Warning sound and external view can be useful, can be annoying though, so I will leave it on. VHF, signal degradation, I'll leave that on, that's a bit more realistic I suppose. Active Windows spatial sound, I suppose it would make sense to turn that on. Text-to-speech settings, that's fine, I'll leave that. Music selection doesn't matter because I'm not using music. And mute audio and background off. Yes, okay. I will leave all these as they are, except for the music. Then we can move on to graphics. So full screen, I think that makes sense to run it in full screen. It's currently set to ultra, however, I'm going to change some basic options. I don't want VSync on. I want 100% render scaling. I do want TAA. Terrain level of detail, I understand it's really not, there's not a lot of point putting it above 100. The vector data is probably fine at high. Buildings, I'm going to leave at ultra, trees at ultra, grass and bushes at ultra, objects level of detail. Again, I understand there's not much point putting that above 100. Volumetric clouds, I'll do high. Text resolution, I've got a lot of, I've got 11 gigs on my 1080 Ti, so I'll leave that as it is. Anisotropic filtering, 16 times, that should be fine. I don't think it makes a lot of difference. Texture super sampling, I'll knock that down one notch. That shouldn't make a big difference. Texture synthesis, I'll knock that down one notch as well. Water waves, I'll leave that as high. Shadow maps, it doesn't make a big difference, I understand, if you knock that down a couple of notches. Maybe I'll knock that down just one notch to 512. And again, some of these shadows I'll change to high. Windshield effects can be ultra. Ambient occlusion I'll change to high. Reflections I'll change to high. Light shafts ultra. Bloom on. Depth of field high. Lens correction off. Lens flare on. And I'm going to leave the glass cockpit refresh rate as high. So let's save those. Let's look quickly at the camera. So I want the default camera to be the cockpit. Quick view, I want that to be toggle, I believe. Smart camera, toggle, zoom function, manual, focus mode, toggle, makes sense. Cockpit camera selection. Choose between wide angle, close, landing. I'll choose wide angle, and then I can set up custom views once I get into each individual aircraft. Free look mode, yes, I'd like that to toggle. Free look reset manual, yes. Head up mode, toggle. Now I believe I increased this height slightly to about 65. Horizontal position should remain the same. Zoom I'm going to leave at 50. Zoom speed I'm going to reduce a bit to 35. Free look speed I'm going to also reduce to 35. And momentum I'm going to put down to 0. Camera shake on, flashlight mode, auto. Instrument view mode, toggle, instrument view selection. Manual, heads display, I do want that on. Yeah, that's the only two options. Point of view reset, manual, yes. Zoom speed for the chase camera, let's lower that to 35. External free look speed, also 35. And momentum, let's put that to 0. Apply that and save. Let's go to traffic, aircraft traffic type, real time online. I'm going to disable AI traffic because I don't need to fly with other aircraft right now. Show traffic nameplates off. These are not important because I've turned off AI traffic. Well, vehicle density and worker density are fine at 50%. Land and sea, I'll leave all those, so I'll apply that. Now the data section, online functionality, I definitely want that on. Yeah, all of those things I want on. No data limitation. No bandwidth usage limitation. And the rolling cache path is currently set to 8 gigabytes. I'm going to set it to 50. I believe I have space for that. And I will check that the path makes sense. I think so. It's where I expect it to be. So I will apply that. It'll take a moment to update the cache. Okay, now that's finished. We'll go to the flight model, make sure it's set to modern. Miscellaneous language, English, that's fine. Pilot avatar, default, default, default. Don't need to view any of that. Accessibility, interface scale, tooltips, no. Main color. So you have got color blindness options if you need or want to use them. I'm going to stay with the default. Menu animations on, subtitles on, skip free flight cinematics off, and leave the controller vibration on. And finally, if we were to go here, there is a developer mode, but I'm going to leave that off for now. We'll go ahead once more and apply and save. Go back to the welcome screen, options, and check that those have stayed. Yeah, that's all good. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'll be ending this video, and then I'll go through installing the available external content that I've got. So thanks very much for watching this one.